Back. It's a scary notion, but true. You could be getting sued and not even know about it. And what's worse, if a judgment's brought against you, you could have your wages garnished without ever knowing that you were actually sued. Joining us now to talk about this is Judah Zakilic from the law firm Peters & Associates. And let's get right into it, because I never had heard of this. Sure. Somebody could be suing me. Wouldn't I have the right to know about it?
You do have the right to know, but they don't actually have to take a paper to you until you're being sued. There's a couple different ways they can serve you with the lawsuit.
And how do they get away with it?
Well, through the law, right?
Okay.
So the law provides 3 different avenues. They can serve you personally with it. Someone over 18 can serve you personally. Someone over 18 can go to your house and serve someone who's also over 18 that lives there. And the last one that most people don't know about is they can serve you by publication, meaning they can serve you in the newspaper.
So there's all kinds of ways. What does it mean if somebody serves you in person? They essentially hand deliver a summons, is that correct?
Correct. And they say, hey, Brian, you've been sued.
Okay, I hope that doesn't happen to me. Now, in terms of the newspaper thing, somebody opens up the paper and they find out they're getting sued?
Well, probably not. They probably don't even know they got sued until their wages start to be garnished. And they can garnish up to 25% of your net income.
Yeah, that's where you get people's attention, with wages garnished. So how can I, let's say my wages are being garnished, how can I stop that?
You can stop it by filing a bankruptcy.
Okay.
By coming to a settlement with the plaintiff, whoever's suing you, or third, just by paying it off, or reopening the case is another way to do it too. Any
general tips for viewers watching in terms of how do you avoid this happening? What is the way to not let this happen, even before it does?
Taking your notices. So if someone's going to mail you a notice or call you and tell you before they're going to sue you, okay, because they want to collect the money. And if you get sued or someone tries to serve you, don't avoid it. Take it, because then we can do something about it. If you're already getting garnished, we can still do something about it, but sometimes it's too late and becomes more expensive at that point.
Things you talk about, tips for consumers so this type of thing doesn't happen. Paying bills. Yeah. I'm supposed to do that, of course.
Of course.
Updating your address. What are some other things we can make sure we do in terms of not dodging or ignoring notices in the mail and calls that come through?
Well, I mean, take the phone calls and write down who it is that's calling in, what they're trying to collect, the account number, how much you owe, and take advantage of free lawyer consultations. So a lot of lawyers will do free consultations, and they'll tell you a strategy on how to deal with that.
And I was talking to you off air. This apparently happened to Tori Spelling. She was just sued for $38,000 and then just didn't know about it and then found out.
Right, because they're served her by publication, and all you have to do is publish it in the paper every week for 4 weeks, and now you've been served.
Okay, if I do know I'm being sued, what can I do? What can I do to get myself launched in defense, if you will?
The first thing to do is just go get advice. So call an attorney, make an appointment, talk to them and see what they advise as the best strategy on how to handle it. But you can reopen the case, like I said. A lot of times it's good to settle the debt. We can normally settle the debt for about 50 cents on the dollar, maybe 60 cents on the dollar. And worst case, if you have a lot of debt, we'll file a bankruptcy.
Okay, so you're saying get some counsel, get some advice, and maybe that can be a way to help out in this situation. I think a lot of viewers probably didn't know this is even possible.
It is.
All right, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here on 8 News Now. This is Judah Zakilic, again, in with Peters & Associates. Now,